All right, good morning, online learners. It is Thursday, and this is week 2, day 4. We are editing and working with video, and today we're going to finish our first project and get that turned in on Google Classroom. So go ahead and head on over to WeVideo. You're going to get to this screen, and we're going to get logged in. Today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be double checking our timing and check our cuts, make sure everything's good. We're going to add a title to the end, and then we're going to export our file and submit it. And this is going to kind of be an experiment because, of course, I don't use a Chromebook, but you guys do have Chromebooks, so things may look just like I'm going to take a nap real quick. Okay, let's get back to work. Things may look just a little bit different than what I see on my screen. So let's see if we can figure this out. I'm going over here to my login. Of course, I'm going to click continue with Google, and I'm going to use my school email address here. And I should have, there we go, that's what I needed. I've got my move video up, and I'm going to go ahead and click edit. All right, cool. And so we got all of our clips in. The next thing I want to do here is I'm going to go ahead and we're going to add this audio track to our clip. So I'm going to go ahead to our video. I'm going to go ahead and come back over here, come up to what's labeled music track, and I'm going to click, hold, and drag it all the way down to audio. So notice that we do have a video 2 track, a video 1 track, and an audio 1 track. So now we have our audio added to our clips. And I'm just going to watch through this and make sure none of the clips are too long. So at this point, I'm seeing most of my clips are pretty good. So we're in a good spot to go ahead and try to finish up. So what we want to add now is we want to add, basically it's a title to the end. So just something to finish up the movie. So come with me over here. We're going to come up and we were on the My Media folder, but up in the top we want to change to text. And, oh wow, well, we can't. Let's try them. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to look for something pretty basic. We're going to just do a, I guess I'm just going to do whisper because it's first. I'm going to drag and drop it. And we can double click this little pop-up, handy pop-up video tells us we can double click it to customize the text. So I'm going to just double click it, and this menu pops up. You can even change the color if you want. You can change the font here. I'm just going to say move, and that's what we need to put here at the end is move. If you really want to change the font because you're not feeling Open Sans bold, you do you, fam. Change that font up, and I'm going to click Save Changes. And so here we go. I'm going to watch through just the last part. Okay, that's perfect. And so now if you look, we've got like an inordinate amount of audio on this just hanging out back here. So I'm going to click on my audio track. I'm going to come just a little bit past where it fades out. So I've got a little bit of space in between the fade out of the title and where I'm going to cut. And I'm just going to click the cut. And I'm going to click this back part. And I'm just going to trash it. We don't need it anymore. So we are essentially, we're done with this video. So that's it. This is all I need from you guys. You've done all the editing work. We've got it kind of lined up. If you want to polish it or do something kind of creative with it, knock yourself out. Go for it. But what we're going to do now is we're going to export this. So up in the top right, there is a button that says Finish. So I'm going to click Finish. Now this gives us the options of what we're going to do with it. And I've got you, of course, we're not paying for the HD account, so we're going to do the SD. And I'm going to go ahead and export it to my Google Drive also. So it's going to go to my Wii Video download, and it's going to send to my Google Drive also. So I'll go ahead and click that. That way it's already on your Google Drive. And then down at the bottom, I'm going to click export. It says we have upgrade now to finalize, or, oh, are you serious? Replace the clips to continue for free. Well, surprise, we can't use that. So now I have to go back. So I'm going to go back to editor. Thanks a lot. Stupid thing is really aggravating. All right, here we go. We're going to go back. That was really cool. Man, I really liked that. Now we're going to have to take it out. So I'm going to click the trash can. I'm going to delete it. I'm going to see if it will let me add just a free text. This is definitely not very cool if it static. Let's try that. Yeah, this is what we want. Come down to static. I was trying to get fancy with the motion, but they charge for that. So let's go to like the sad poor people thing where we belong. So here we go. I'm just going to move this basic text down here. Same thing. I'm going to double click it to change the text, and I'm just going to back it all up. I'm going to call it move, and you can change the size. You can change a lot of the options here. You can change the font. I'm going to move it down just a little bit. When I'm done, I'm just going to click Save Changes. And down here, my clip is a little bit too long. It's longer than the music that I cut. So I'm just going to mouse over the end, click hold, and drag it back. There we go. And I'm just going to give it a quick watch through right there to make sure everything looks good. Okay. And that gets us where we need to be. So we are okay. What we need to do now is what we started to do a second ago. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to click finish. So join me at the computer, clicking finish. Title, we want it to say move. It has to say HSD, excuse me. And we're going to click this little Google Drive. So we have both of these selected. And make sure it says mark export as public. I'm going to go ahead and I changed my thumbnail just because that's, I don't know, it just looks better. And then I'm going to hit export. Okay, so now it's going to export. This, if it sends to your Google Drive like it does to mine, and it has a folder called the Wii Videos folder, and that's where it puts it on your Google Drive. So if you go into your Google Drive, you should be able to find it, and then you can turn it in right from Google Drive, and that's the best. That's what we want. It should be super, super easy for you to do that. Once this is done exporting, like it may take quite a few minutes for this to get finished up. But once it's done, just go back to Google Classroom for today and submit this, and you're finished, and that's it. You've made your very first video, and then next week we'll get started on something a little bit more complex. If you have questions or if you run into issues, which I fully expect some of you might, message me on my email, william.brown@terrellisd.org, and I will be happy to help you guys out. I hope y'all have a great day, and I will talk with y'all